Now what we have to do is collect the x's on the left hand side. Well, let's see what we've got. We've got 16x minus 6x. Well, you may be saying, okay, that gives me 10x. And then you may be saying 10x, take away 12x. Well, you can use your number line if you want to, but 10x take away 12x is minus 2x. You may have your own way of finding out how you deal with your minuses, but that 16x minus 6x is 10x, and 10x take away 12x will give me minus 2x. On the right hand side of the equation, I think the best way to collect my numbers would be to take my positive numbers together, and that gives me, as you see, that gives me 84. And I think I'll write my 84 here, and then what I'll do, I'll collect my minuses together. So what I have is minus 6 and a minus a 9. If you use your number line or your number ladder, you see you have minus 6 on the number line, and you come down another minus 9, and you'll end up with minus 15. There are other ways to collect these numbers. You may have your own method, but I prefer to collect my positive numbers and my negative numbers together. I'll repeat this one, minus 6 minus 9 on the number line. Perhaps we can have a look at it over the other side of the board. If we have down here at minus 6, and we want to go down minus 9, well, we come down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and you find that if you count those out, you'll end up at minus 15. So I've gone down the number line, or you have the number ladder, I've gone down minus 9, and I end up with minus 15. Now I have minus 2x is 84 take away 15. Well, that's 14 take away 5 is 9. I borrowed 1, so 8 take away 2 is 6. So I've got now minus 2x equals 69. But I don't want the answer for minus 2x. I want the answer for x. So now I have another rule, and I'm going to divide both sides of my equation by minus 2. I put a minus 2 on the left hand side and a minus 2 on the right hand side. I then do what I've done many times before, and I cancel. I cancel my 2's on the left hand side, and you may remember now then that two like signs, they're like, you see, and the like signs multiplied or divided would give me plus. So I end up with x on the left hand side of the equation. I now have to divide my minus 2 into my 69. That goes 3 times, and 4, and 2 into 9 is 4, 1 over, and that's a half. The only thing left here is I had a minus sign there, and really I have a plus sign on top. So what we say here is that they're unlike signs. And unlike signs multiplied or divided would give me minus. So if I put a minus in front of my 34.5, I finally end up with my solution of x equals to minus 34.5. And x equal to minus 34.5 is said to satisfy the equation. That is the solution of my equation. Let's have a little look at some of the things that happen during the equation. We start off with a very, very complicated equation with 6, 8s and 4s to find the LCM, and the LCM is 24. I then multiply every term, or every bracket, by the LCM, and I then cancel my fractions because I have to eliminate the fractions. I then follow the rule and expanded the brackets. When I've expanded the brackets, I collected my terms, remembering to change the side of an equation and change the signs. I collected my x's together, and they end up with minus 2x on the left hand side. I collected my numbers on the right, and ended up with plus 69. And then I divided both sides of my equation by minus 2 because I want to get the answer for x, and that's the only way I can get the answer for x is dividing by minus 2. And finally, we used the number line or number ladder as we were going along, and I think that's a nice way of doing it, to use the number line, number ladder, so that you can see what minus 6 minus 9 is. That was minus 15, you see, wasn't it? And we actually used the like signs multiplied or like signs divided, which give plus, and we also used the unlike signs for the multiplied or divided that gave minus. And I ended up with x equals minus 34.5. Well, that was quite a long equation, wasn't it? I think that's about standard for WJC in Wales and also for the England board, and possibly the Chief Examiner won't give you anything more difficult this year. I'd like to think this is the most difficult one that you will do actually, and you'll be able to say we beat the examiner this year, won't we, with the examination question. Well, I hope you enjoyed my pathway through the fractional equation there, and I look forward to tutoring you in mathematics in your next mathematics video. And it's a goodbye from Mr. Maths, and good